Hello.
Fight.
Oh,
Round two.
fight.
Calvary cast. We are back after a 2 week break. We're actually gonna release another episode.
All right. Yeah. Um. Yeah. That's what we're gonna do. Uh. I know you would think, oh man, cavalry cast people. If you have low viewers and you want to attract a fan base, shouldn't you keep on working? Even if your content isn't high quality, which it isn't. Shouldn't you work on consistency to hopefully build a fan base? Yes, imaginary fan that we don't have. Well, then why are you doing this? Because we're losers, that's why.
Woo. And now we get stuff to talk about because so much has actually happened over like the last 2 weeks anyway.
Right.
So like
Oh, you go.
it would have actually been properly boring if these gameplay previews haven't came out yet. So like one thing is I know last time like it was the pilot episode of our podcast. You've seen all the material that we put up like 1,000 times over, like all the gameplay previews. Like the pilot episode of any Overwatch podcast is gonna go that same way, and like yeah, it's gonna be long, it's gonna be boring. So this time we're gonna try to change it up. We're gonna do something a little shorter, a little more creative, and a little more entertaining, hopefully.
Right, and there are a couple more changes. First off, as we mentioned in the last video or last podcast, not a video yet. We mentioned in the last podcast that we would be, putting it up to YouTube, and we would have done that, but the problem was we were both kind of on vacation by the time we were done and it was edited, and we were in places where the closest thing we had to Wi-Fi was a Pringles container, and 2 hours of footage isn't gonna make it onto YouTube in
Like
any
that's
time
kind of
that's
why like
acceptable.
the editing quality. I did it in a car, like on GarageBand. I couldn't have any extra tracks or anything or any adjustments because Wi-Fi reasons. Like, bear with me. I will get better at this. I have a whole summer to do it.
Right.
Yeah.
And
This one will be better. We promise.
we've got some other one first. I'd like to thank everyone who watched the first episode. 363 listens. That's nothing to scoff at. That's incredible. We didn't think we'd get anyone listening or anyone doing anything.
More than the listens though, like the people who comment are the real MVP.
Right, and
Just give a shout out to them. Like, I mean, we didn't get as like the most feedback because we don't get the most views, but like the people who gave feedback were like really actually legitimately helpful.
right, yeah. And so another thing that we're doing for reasons is that last time we stuck to Reddit names, and this time we've decided
Well, we kind of tried to. You say my name a ton.
well, yeah, I say his name a lot.
Yeah.
And so our Reddit still exists. My Reddit is still the worst FPS character.
And mine is still OD Fish.
But
so is my Steam and League of Legends and like everything.
Right. And we're still like that, but we've decided to use names. So let's formally introduce ourselves. My name is Zach.
My name is Dooley. You're asking, why is my name Dooley? It's my last name. I look like my last name. I don't really look like my first name. And that's how everyone calls me.
It makes a lot more sense when you actually see him in person.
Like, people know me as a Dooley.
Yep.
Just straight up.
So, aside of all the formalities, again, thank you so much, and let's just get right into this.
Yep. So, what we left on last time, and we're going to begin now, is the 4 characters that last time we didn't go over their gameplay previews.
But yeah, they weren't.
We analyzed them. We didn't have the gameplay previews.
Yep.
But now we got them.
And as much as I wish I could say what we said last time was like, whoa, totally different. All my cynicism towards Winston and Widowmaker was totally off track. It wasn't.
Like, we weren't particularly the only character that wowed me was Bastion.
Right. Bastion.
Like, I mean, Zarya could wow a lot of people, but like we called Zarya being god tier.
Oh.
Zarya is fucking amazing. Like, we went to call Zarya in like almost all of our lineups, and the gameplay, even though it was awesome, like 20 kill streak at the end there, it was everything we expected, but nothing more.
It was great. One thing it did show us is I believe there's a couple times in the actual gameplay in which Zarya is killed by McCree.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think there are a couple of those. Just one-on-one killed by McCree.
Even though Reaper and Zarya go one-on-one more times than Zarya goes one-on-one with like anyone else, I know Reaper does a lot of damage, but can we straight up say that Zarya destroys Reaper one-on-one?
Oh yeah, because
even though Reaper does a ridiculous amount of damage, Zarya destroys Reaper.
No, yeah, because Zarya is the big old yellow.
And Zarya's not even Zarya being the fighting tank. Like, if you looked at their team comp, Zarya was the only tank. I honestly don't have her in that role in any of my lineups. That's what I have Reinhardt as, like, holding down the choke points and everything. But like seeing Zarya do exactly what Reinhardt can do, like the same if not better, just is completely amazing.
It was awesome. And like kind of as I said earlier, she did get killed by McCree a couple times, and that kind of showed me that McCree isn't just like, he's no pushover.
But who's gonna pick him at any level other than
I think he may I think he may have a role. He definitely seems like the best 1v1 character out of all of them. Like
1v1 character.
I mean, yeah, the best, like, kind of, if you get in a 1v1 confrontation, you will win most times just because of how crazy his flashbang is.
That's not even bad, though. I was thinking Tracer would do that, but Tracer very much needs support. McCree just...
Yeah, McCree just...
is his own entity.
Yeah, and it's entirely because of the flashbang. If the flashbang...
I mean, he still has no team player, can't do anything for his team, but, like... The flashbang, and then unload his whole clip, and then if they're still alive, unload their whole clip.
Right.
Yeah. Like, this undeniable combo, even if McCree's not the best.
Yeah, it's still definitely an undeniable 1v1 combo, and there's no one that really has an answer to it other than maybe Tracer. It all depends on if you
the McCree gameplay shows him getting into a lot of 1v1s.
Right.
And in a lot of the other gameplays, you show McCree challenging them 1v1.
Yeah.
Because that's what McCree is going to be doing. I think that's how you play as McCree.
Yeah, you try and...
His team play is just, like...
It's look for someone who is either doing something vital or just someone who doesn't have support or something like that. Just try and focus down one person, roll up to them, just like roll up to them with your sliding pants on and just boop, 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 flashbang, couple shots, good stuff.
I still don't have him in any 6v6.
No, me neither.
Because he has synergy with no one, and he's more of a hindrance to team fights than he is... Well, he's still a health bar, and every health bar is still great because he can tank.
No, yeah, I think he's definitely... like, the ones we have are predicted pro lists, but, like, if you're just a casual player, which... I will definitely be.
McCree and Farah, for sure, casual.
Yeah, no, and
they can put in work.
Yeah,
my problem is Farah is actually useful in objective modes, let's call it, because McCree in deathmatch would be insane. McCree's brutal play against in deathmatch. If TDM was a thing, just fucking surrender.
Yeah, if you're a McCree fan, ask for deathmatch. That's where you will see... the most.
Ask for MGE and deathmatch and hold on.
Yeah. All right. So we filleted ourselves about Zarya enough. Let's move on to the next one.
From there, I'm gonna say Winston because Winston was another character we made fun of.
Yeah.
what did you think about the Winston gameplay?
I believe we did mention something about him being really useful in payload. And
okay,
even if we
I'm
didn't,
upset.
it's true. I mean, they're obviously putting him in payload because that's his strength.
They made the gameplay preview payload offense.
Of course, because that's his best role. Like,
yeah, like Blizzard likes to show off every character. Like they're like, remember the first time where you very saw this game? It's like, oh my god, how is that not overpowered? Oh my god, that's overpowered. Oh my god, that's overpowered. Everything looks overpowered, which is awesome. But like,
I don't know.
To make Winston look overpowered, you have to go out of your way to put him in a favorable matchup.
Definitely. I think we also, I think going within that, we should probably just, like, the way it looked to me is, I remember in the early days of the Overwatch Reddit when, like, none of these gameplay previews were out, and they weren't, like, they were, like, 2 months behind,
yeah,
like,
the
first
cinematic
one.
trailer and the gameplay trailer, and then that was it.
And, like, basically just fan accounts from Blizz, like, people who relayed information from BlizzCon. I remember one post saying that his ult was really hard to control, and in the gameplay, it definitely looks that way. Like, they're obviously using really talented players and stuff, or maybe not really talented players, but players who at least kind of know what they're doing. And the success rate on the ult was, not tremendous. However, to be fair, I think giving some credit to the Overwatch game designers, one thing is, when it did connect, it was very powerful, and
it was very powerful, like very satisfying ult.
Very satisfying.
Even though we don't personally think it was the most useful as a tank.
Well, yeah, definitely that, but like, kind of talking about the rest of his kit, like, the rest of his kit helps cover up how unreliable his ult is.
Like, I don't get people who think that Winston is going to be any useful on defense.
He won't.
Think about Reinhardt. Do you know what Reinhardt's shield is? It's his fucking right mouse button, and it has so much health, and it never really breaks.
Well,
when we're talking about Winston, everyone's like, oh yeah, his shield is so big, it can cover like a whole... Okay.
Just, like...
In what case is anyone ever going to walk through Reinhardt's shield and...
No, no, I definitely think...
Like, Winston, of course, his shield is massive. He's probably going to be sitting inside the shield most of the time to prevent people from walking through, even though they still do and take a long 1v1. But, like, 20-second, like, cooldown, not a lot of health.
No.
Like,
it's definitely.
As a shield, even though it's big and awesome and looks so powerful, it's less useful than the Reinhardt shield.
No, definitely.
And he has less health.
Well, I think honestly, he's only going to be used offensively. Because the thing is...
Not even like, capture points, though.
Yeah, I mean, maybe in capture points, but definitely in
like,
payload.
Other than the occasional man jumping and actually hitting someone on the capture point, like...
Well, I think the thing is, his just kit... I feel like his kit is designed to work around the ult. Like... his
whole character is designed about, like, being smart and, like, a scientist, and his glasses are his ult. Like, that's what he is.
No, but I mean, like, what I'm saying is his entire kit is designed around assisting his ult. So, like, you've got the big man jump, you got that, and that is basically, that was used either to engage and get in a position where you could use the ult, or I saw it used a decent amount of times after he used the ult, kind of put himself in the middle of a team that he couldn't handle with.
Tank shouldn't be running away from anything.
Well, I think I don't really consider him to be a tank. Honestly, I don't consider him to be that much of a tank.
What is he, like a support then?
No, I mean, I think he's good on payload. I don't know what he is.
Okay, this is why. So to the people who still don't understand why I think he's still a payload character is, I thought of this the other day. Do you know what hotboxing is in CS:GO?
No idea. I'm a scrub.
A hotbox is it is, well, it can also work on defense, but like in its very definition is throwing a Molotov at the bomb when there's under 20 seconds left in the round, so they can't defuse or they can't plant, and then you straight up win.
Oh, okay. So
hotboxing is throwing a Molotov at like a planted bomb,
right,
and denying them that area for like the whole time,
right,
and then they couldn't get this fuse. Winston, his shield, you can only do it every once in a while. It's not consistent.
yeah,
But when you do, you get you and like maybe another teammate in your shield. You deny your opponents an area.
Yeah, you do
For a long time, better than even Reinhardt can.
Right, and
like so, think about like 30 seconds left in the round and capture points. That will be useful, even though he's not that useful in capture points. Why he's good in payload is that's horrible in capture points. You want a more consistent defense. Payload, being able to essentially like hotbox and take over the payload for an amount of seconds.
It's the size of the payload.
Is how you win the game of payload.
No, yeah, it's probably the single best ability in all of payload because it's just
like it is straight up how you win payload. Like that hotboxing.
He's the carry.
In CS:GO is only useful for one thing, and it's incredibly good at doing that.
Right, and that's what Winston is. Winston's new placement is hot.
Not even
not
payload
tank,
defense.
Not support. He is the hot box.
Payload defense is not even like.
No, he's only.
He just denies people an area for 30 seconds, and if it's on the payload, it's incredibly useful. It's not really useful in a lot of other scenarios, except for like 30 seconds left in a capture point game.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, that's
critical analysis of Winston. He's outweighed by everyone else
unless it's offensive payload.
Yes, and he's outclassed by Reinhardt in every way except for mobility.
Right, yeah.
Even though, like, when he is at full mobility, a lot of other, even, like, squishy characters can't catch up to him.
Yeah, no, it's...
When Reinhardt's taking a capture point and defending it, Reinhardt is literally a wall.
Oh, yeah. Reinhardt's...
When Winston is trying to do something like that, yeah, he's a fast-moving, like, not even a wall.
No, yeah, I don't think...
But that's not really what we're interested in any of our lineups.
I think
we're interested in the team play. Like,
yeah,
Reinhardt breaks the choke point. Everyone else, like, rushes in and, like, completes each other with their ultimates. Like, Reinhardt does the knockdown thing, and then we were saying Zarya, and then other people's ult. Like,
yeah,
Reinhardt tries to break things open in offensive structure single-handedly. No, sorry, Winston tries to do it single-handedly. Reinhardt, he's slower, and he has even more potential over time to take land.
No, yeah, basically, if you're playing Winston, you should only be on offensive capture point. Otherwise, use someone else. Use anyone else.
Payload.
That's what I meant. Payload, not capture point. Payload. And then here's what you do: you put your shield on the payload, get your teammate around the payload, teammates around the payload, have them walk up with it, and try and go in and take out some just key defensive structures. He can jump up high to get to like Widowmakers or people, making it hard for your team to, advance, and then just get in a big group of them, just all glasses, red ape, and then after that, just jetpack out. I think that's basically all I have to say on him.
Winston is what we expected.
Yep, pretty much. If
they released a gameplay preview of him doing good on a capture point map, I would be surprised.
We would eat some crow.
The gameplay preview, even though we said he was going to suck, I didn't expect them to honestly have a payload gameplay unless they wanted him to be really overpowered, and he was in that preview.
Well, yeah, obviously. I mean, that's what they're going for. They don't want you to see a hero. They don't want
to give false information of him.
No, I mean,
holding down a choke point for the whole game on defense, even though that's not what he does.
No, they just want every character to look good, and so that's the way you make Winston look good. You play him to his strengths, you ignore his weaknesses.
Speaking of playing to the strengths, Bastion.
Yeah, Bastion.
Man, that Bastion player was awesome.
Oh, I called it. Who called it? Oh, it's me. It's
A
Zach.
plus to the Bastion player for playing to his strengths.
Bastion. Oh, 10 out of 10.
Freaking Bastion, awesome.
One thing is, just right off the bat, the one difference is, like, originally, remember, do any of you guys, anyone out there, the mine? Oh,
the mine thing?
My God. Okay, listen.
In Ultimate, that's a throwable mine. Like, how is that ever going to be balanced?
Like, okay, his new Ultimate looked really good. It was really useful. It gave him good mobility.
Clank, I'm a tank. Boom, boom. Takes out tanks literally with one shot.
No, yeah, really powerful, really strong. But like, let's go into our imaginations right now. Okay, let's imagine a world in which Bastion had the mine, which was, if any of you remember, basically a little wheel thing like the RC car, you just from like Blops and Blops 2, and you just, it goes forward, and then once you get to a certain point, it goes boom, and it was giant. It was huge. It was, I mean, we didn't know the damage on it from what we had heard from people, who had gone to BlizzCon and played it. It was pretty great damage. And it basically covers.
And you can set it on a payload, and you can set it in a
no.
spot.
It moved forward. It wasn't a mine like that. It was a thing that moved forward. No, not his tank. I'm talking about the thing before that.
The thing that like pops up out of the sky and like bouncing Betty's people.
Yeah, but you can't
crouch under it.
No, but it covered an entire capture point. Do you remember that? It was huge. Like, it covered most of a capture point, and it was ridiculous, and everyone said it was broken, and it was broken.
Timo.
And...
Timo.
But, it was just kind of the... And that was broken, and this was like, when I saw this, I was like, oh, now he has a shitty ult. He has a shitty version of his great ult. Oh, I'm a Bastion fanboy. What am I going to do now? And then I watched this gameplay, and I was like, no way. Wait, that worked. Wait, oh my God.
It worked so well. His ultimate, the configuration theme that they have going.
So good.
Works so well.
So good.
It is so good.
Self-healing. Ooh, he can heal himself in a corner. So good.
If you can get a self-heal and like a tank with a lot of regen like a Zarya or Reinhardt on your team, and then like have a tracer, like just imagine not even needing to have a Mercy on your team.
Ooh, Bastion. Ooh, just you heal yourself.
But like, just imagine not even having to need a Mercy if you just have all that regen on you.
And the damage. Ooh, the damage on that sentry form. Ooh. Oh, I felt that.
So
that was beautiful. And
where do you think he will fit into a 6-on-6?
I don't know.
Offense, defense, both, none.
I put him at my defense. Shoot, was he on offense or? Oh God, unprofessional scrubs.
I didn't put him in any of mine.
Unprofessional scrubs. I know you did.
You were the. I thought you were fanboying out by putting him on a defense, but like.
Are they on offense in the video?
But like.
Wait, in the gameplay, are they on offense? Yeah, they are.
They're on payload offense.
They are on offense. Okay.
Payload offense on King. What map was it? Like King's Row?
The one that the one gameplay that we have out was on. Kind of looks like it was the one.
King's Row.
Yeah, that one. I don't know.
Like,
I didn't know they had names.
Just like Blizzard, please. By the time you release the beta, we'll all know King's Row by like the back of our hands. Oh. Like I already know all the good spots for King's Row. I'm ready.
Oh man, dude. Bastion actually looks really good, and his normal damage isn't anything to scoff at either. It's like it's good.
Oh yeah, his assault rifle is not even a joke.
Yeah.
Like it's not like Widowmaker's assault rifle. It's like, that's silly. You're tickling them. No. No, Bastion's straight up out there to destroy folks.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's all we have
Speaking
to
of
say about.
tickling people,
Yeah,
Widowmaker.
speaking about tickling people with a feather gun, Widowmaker.
Widowmaker. I hate how Blizzard designed Widowmaker. I hate
don't
it.
find her.
I hate
Don't
it.
find her awful.
Like worst.
Ooh,
One of the worst tank design. I mean, sorry, one of the worst sniper designs I've seen in a while.
really?
So like, yeah, one of the worst sniper designs I've seen in a while. Okay. Think about Widowmaker as like
Elaborate.
they tried to make her useful in a lot of scenarios. So they gave with the charge up, they kind of got rid of a lot of big element of her posting up gameplay. So like you can't like quick scoop people or anything, or when they get close to you, you can't do anything like that. So they gave her the assault rifle. Like,
yep.
When I think of a sniper, if I'm playing Overwatch and I get behind a sniper and like surprise them and they don't know I'm there, I feel like I should straight up win that engagement. Widowmaker, when people sneak up on her and like get closer, the way she's so fast and she grapples everywhere is like she just avoids being snuck up on from like when she's posted up. She's not that good posted up, and they made up for that by giving her a good ability to get away from like being engaged. And I think when you engage on a sniper, you should win that 10 out of 10 times. Like, what do you think?
I mean, I honestly think, depending on who you are,
I think you should straight up, like,
I don't
people
know.
sneak up on Widowmaker. All she does is dances around, fires shots, and like gets behind corners and grapples everywhere, and it's no fun.
I
If you sneak up on Widowmaker, you should lose.
Not really. I mean, one, she didn't look too useful as, like, posted up. Like, posted up,
Yeah,
she
okay.
wasn't that great.
This is what I think.
I honestly think you don't engage her, but I disagree with you
But
that
people,
her design is
like,
bad because I think it covers the weaknesses of the normal sniper. She has
I think, as a sniper, I think of a situational thing that has big weaknesses and big strengths. And I don't think they should neuter that in order to make her more useful.
They normalized her. I mean, like,
but like,
they.
This is what I was thinking about, like, how to make Widowmaker better. Like, first of all, clear up the stuff on our scope. Like, no one needs your futuristic, amazingly useful scope. Make it normal, please.
Okay.
Make it so it doesn't turn red when you scroll mouse over people because aimbots are just way too good.
Okay. Wait, what do you mean by that?
Freaking aimbot. Just imagine the hacks that'll come out just because when you mouse over someone, they turn red.
Could someone use that to create an aimbot?
Essentially.
Oh.
Like,
oh.
Just tracking, like, automatically fire. It's like trigger bots, like CS. They know when you're moused over a hitbox that some trigger bots automatically fire for you. Like that thing.
That makes sense. I don't.
Alright.
I'm a scrub.
So, I think they should separate Widowmaker's weapons.
Okay.
They should make it so if Widowmaker is posted up and you get behind her, you get in the same room with her, she cannot just go ahead and spray and dance around ever. Make it so she has to either A, try to no-scope you, or B, have to pull out her assault rifle, like, out of a big backpack and go like, eh.
Well, I mean, honestly, I don't even think that's the problem when engaging her. I think the problem is not that you lose necessarily. It's that
I think you should be able to. I think if you get behind Widowmaker, she should have to pull out her secondary weapon, so she can't just straight up. Like, if you get the jump on Widowmaker, I would make it so the person who gets the jump on her has a really big advantage.
I guess. I think that.
Whereas, like, the person who leaves Widowmaker alone in her sniper's post and, like, tries to capture point will get destroyed by her weapon.
No, yeah, I think the thing is that just I think the main problem is that people.
It's like
I think the main problem is that, like, not that she can like dance around, but like she can just get out of there. Like she
Like
will have the proximity mine activate behind her. She can see that. She can then jump out of sniping post and grapple somewhere. And like I just think the problem is that you
okay,
can't really get hands on her unless you
like
shoot
I
her from
think
where she is.
like what I'm saying is like if you get the jump on her, you should. So my changes, other than splitting up the two weapons and making like no scope mechanic,
Yeah.
um, make it so if you're hurt as Widowmaker or being shot at, you can't grapple.
Yeah, I guess. I think there's no real
Like
like the
like
problem.
I think if you're being shot at and like you got jumped at, not from far away, like far away we don't care, but like if you're under attack and like you're being shot at, make it so like if they hit you and you're hurt, you can't grapple.
I guess. I mean, the thing is, the problem I see with all this is that you're taking, in basically everyone's opinion, one of the worst characters, and you're just applying nerfs. Like, there's no reason to nerf Widowmaker, because just
Okay, the buff.
Widowmaker isn't that great.
Okay, she's good in places I don't want a sniper to be good.
Like, I get that.
Like CS:GO, if I get behind a sniper, I know I'm gonna get the drop on that
Well, I
sniper,
mean,
and like
one,
if I get behind an opper, I know there's gonna be no funny business like jumping around, no grappling over the place, and no like pulling out an assault rifle out of nowhere, even though she has a sniper
well, I
rifle.
mean, this isn't CS:GO. Like,
Like if
you
like
can't take
any
CS:GO, which
FPS
is
game,
like,
like TF2, like any FPS game, if I get the jump on a sniper, I feel like I should win.
I
I
mean,
feel like
you
getting
will
the
win.
jump on a
Like,
sniper rifle should be enough to kill them, and it's
well, I
not.
mean, at what point does she dance around and kill people? Like, I mean,
Like whenever she gets like engaged on, like Hanzo and like Reaper get in her little room thing, and then
oh
she
yeah,
just dances around and like makes it really hard to hit, and she escapes. I
okay.
don't I don't like how she can escape. That's
I
and
guess what you're saying
in
is
terms of a
increase
buff.
her damage. Eh.
So basically, instead of having an SMG as her last resort, like if they sneak up on you, turn around and fire it. Make it so she has to no scope. Make it so she has to hit like without a crosshair on her screen
Again,
because there's.
like you're taking one of the worst characters and you're nerfing. Like there's no
I think
reason. Like
she
I get it. You don't like
okay
the way she's designed, and you
in
don't think
terms
she
in
should
terms
be a
of
snipe.
buffs.
The way, like, are you just gonna say, "Oh, increase her damage, but take away all of her tools," like,
I'd take away all of her escape tools and
and replace
give
them
her
with
a
a
no
bigger
give her
hammer?
a no scope. Give her the ability to maybe one or two times fire like a well placed or just a straight up blind shot at them, and it has to be like a very good shot because it's a no scope. And give her like clear up the crosshair so it's easier to use. So post it up is better, and make it so
I honestly think she's fine the way it is.
I don't like her the way she is. Like snipers should not have that kind of escapability or that health.
Yeah, I guess it. I mean, honestly, either way would
Okay,
work for me.
okay. Here are the
Since, well, I
buffs.
mean, here's the thing. Here's the thing.
How about make it so no scope, better crosshair, and make it so when she jumps when scoped in, um, she doesn't unscope and she has full accuracy. How about that?
I guess like
Give her some more posted up tools, and give her less like escapability
here's the
tools.
thing for me. The thing for me is that it just like I'm not gonna play her either way. Either way, snipe like I have.
You're gonna play against her, and you're gonna get behind a Widowmaker at one point in your time playing Overwatch, and then the Widowmaker is gonna escape, and you're gonna be like, "It's a sniper. I'm supposed to be able to kill the sniper if I sneak up behind them and get a jump on him."
I mean, what I'm probably gonna do is I'm probably just gonna be Bastion and just like
Oh yeah,
go
you're
into
gonna.
self help mode. Turn myself on and off again. Come out with full health and be like, okay, whatever, and then just like go on killing people. Like it really doesn't matter. Like either way to me, it doesn't seem like she'll
I
be
don't.
that
I
big of
don't
a
like.
threat.
I don't like Widowmaker's design. Let's just leave it there and move on.
Right? Yeah. Um. So we've gone over the four characters, the last four characters. So lineups. Have any of your lineups changed from last time?
No, but I might consider having Zarya as a different sort of. From the gameplay, I don't think we need Zarya to be a complement for the Reinhardt anymore. Zarya has a very good ability of holding choke points that I didn't think about.
Well, I think the thing is,
I thought, I kind of assumed that because she didn't have a big shield, that she wouldn't be that great at holding choke points. But maybe she can split up from the Reinhardt and they could both cover their own part of the map.
Right.
Just a thought. They could maybe split up and cover a different part of the map.
I think the thing you said in the last one that I think especially holds true now is not just one supports the other, but they're an actual power couple. They're in a real committed relationship. Because think about it, okay?
What does Tumblr Demo Man and German Robot they were meant to be?
Bam. I don't know what that means because I don't play TF2, but yeah, bam.
Tumblr Demo Man. It's
not
whatever.
Don't talk to me about Tumblr.
It's a joke.
But it's just let's think about it, okay? What does Reinhardt not have? Okay, Reinhardt is
mobility.
Severely lacking in range, right? I mean, he's got the fire shot, but that's
if you hit a fire shot, you're MLG Pro.
You're Jesus.
I assist you.
No, you're you're straight up Jesus. Those things move at 2 miles an hour.
Yeah, okay, if you hit a fire shot, you're awesome. You don't need to be hitting fire shots as Reinhardt because you're so good at other stuff. It's not necessary for a Reinhardt to be hitting every fire shot anyway.
No, a Bastion in Sentry mode can dodge a fire shot. It's that slow.
Yeah.
No, yeah,
a Bastion, yeah.
The Bastion pixel by pixel slowly it's not a good thing. And they can hit each other up with shields. You've got the giant shield from Reinhardt guarding the Zarya. And then their ults.
So their
ults combined. Yeah. Oh my god,
Tracer. And can we admit Tracer with the buffs from Zarya?
Ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
Tracer with any kind of shield.
She turns into a better version of Reaper.
I mean, let's be real here. She already is a better version of Reaper. Let's be real here.
But if you think about everything wrong with Tracer, she has a lot of DPS and a lot of tools and a lot of ability to do some great work, but her health is not that great. But she can run out, have the shield break off of her because she took so much damage, recall, have another shield, run out there, and do damage.
No, yeah, it's great, man. It's just it's such a crazy.
I don't know whether to feel bad that I called that I don't want to change my lineups to make it interesting, but we freaking called it.
Yeah, I think we called.
It just holds. Not only does it hold true, but the gameplay previews have proved me right.
Well, I mean, you doubted Bastion, our Lord and Savior, so how right can you be? I mean,
I didn't doubt him.
You just didn't know. You didn't know his full potential like I do. You didn't know my.
I still knew his full potential, and I still don't think it's enough for a 6-on-6 lineup. But that doesn't matter because he's awesome.
Nah, son. All right.
Okay, whatever. Ninja guy.
All right. Okay.
Finally, we get to the creative part. So basically,
segues, please. Let's learn how to segue 101. Segues 101.
So how to segue 101? Yeah. So as we're talking about roles, the reason I kind of wanted the ninja guy thing is what roles are we missing from this game that can make the meta game and the game more awesome?
Right. Yeah. And
it's what character are we missing currently in this meta game that'll make it great?
Right.
That's my idea.
And first off, for those who don't understand what we're doing right here, because
if you don't know what Ninja Guy is, you're not an Overwatch fan.
All right. If you don't know what Ninja Guy is and you're watching this video, Bleach drink it. No.
Go play Torbjorn.
Play Torbjorn.
Play Torbjorn. He's the best.
Better than all the rest. But Ninja Guy is just this guy. He's like a ninja dude. He had a white suit. He's green, kind of looking like Zero looking guy.
He's like Greninja mixed with like a warrior knight guy mixed with like
Zero from Borderlands. 2 mixed with green and white color palette instead of all those black and blue ones that we just listed.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so basically, we have made movesets for this guy. You know, our imaginary little fanboy movesets that we think would be cool. And
yeah.
And so we're gonna say them, and then I will, and then we will say, okay, commenters, tell us what you think. Because please actually tell us what you think. Tell us whether this is gonna be good or not.
Yeah, just like comment, oh wow, that will actually be amazing. Like I want that in the game, or comment, are you kidding me? How is that ever gonna fit into the game? How is that ever? Like this is the worst thing ever. Like we take both of those.
Oh yeah, like Dooley, your idea fucking sucks, and Zach's was way better. What are you, man?
He's like, what are you, a fraud? Come on.
I just heard the fraud alert playing. It's for you. So I guess we decided by a big technical, and by the way, our reactions, like we haven't told each other our movesets.
Yeah, and I know Zach is gonna be garbage. So
just
kidding.
Calling me out already.
Just kidding.
So our reactions to each other's are live, and so
Well, we kind of talked about this before in like school and like around about the moveset, but we haven't came up in as much detail as we have now.
And also, the movesets that we have had have been based around a character with a sword. It has been.
I'm assuming that he's going to have a sword that does big man melee damage, and maybe he's gonna have a slide. Like that's all I know about yours.
Well, no, I thought it's been confirmed that he has a gun now, right?
Or they could have another character with that gun. I don't know.
No, yeah, I thought he was confirmed to have the gun because my moveset is all based around the gun. Well, I could give both movesets because I basically memorized both. But let's go around the one with the gun first because I believe that he's been confirmed to have a gun.
You made 2 movesets?
Oh, I already know one moveset because we talked about it like for hours, and then I made up the moveset for the gun. So I'm gonna get in this right now because we've been stalling long enough. Here it is. So basically, I believe it has been confirmed that he has a gun, and it says that the gun is like all high tech and stuff. And so what I have done is I have basically thought of a kit that is designed all around this high tech gun and how that works. And so basically the gun on the right click left. I just forgot which way.
Left click is the primary fire.
Right. Button. Okay. Thank you. I'm sorry. Awesome. So professional. Professional.
Don't assume we're gonna aim down sights. Don't. No.
No aiming down sights even.
Yeah. Okay.
So on your left click, the primary fire is where you fire. On the right click is going to be a thing that controls basically a scroll wheel on the right or left side that has a bunch of different types of fire. So I'm assuming this gun is like a high-tech gun, and it basically the whole thing is that it shoots a bunch of different types of ammo. I
think you're concerned about not having enough customizable.
I think there's not enough. So basically, his gun is the Monando.
Yeah, so Twisted Fate.
No, it's the Monando from Super Smash Bros. Basically, you've got an SMG fire, a single bolt rifle fire, a kind of like...
Does he have a stun card?
Get out of here. He has like a shotgun blast. He has like kind of a grenade launcher type thing. And what else? That's all I can think of. Basically, any normal, like, or maybe like pistol type fire, like stuff like that, and it's on a scroll wheel on the side, and you have like 5 or 6 options that you scroll through, and the right or the left click shoots them, the right click decides them. But wait, there's more. So then his shift key is a like a tiny laser, like tiny hitbox, large shot charge up time with like it's a green laser. It charges up. Everyone can see it. It's basically the plasma rifle, and it's a little bit louder than that, so like that everyone can hear it. And what that does is you hold it. It charges up for like 3 seconds, just about, and you can cancel it at any time, and that sends it to a cooldown of about 15 seconds. And what this does is it resets the cooldowns on your other abilities, or your other ability plus this one, as well as adding about 5 or 10%. I'm gonna go with 10% on your ultimate. So like on the ultimate meter, it adds 10 extra
So
percent.
Uber Saw. Do you know what the Uber Saw is?
I don't play any TF2. You know this.
But like, you should know what the Uber Saw is.
Nope.
It's a weapon, and when you hit people with it, it charges your Uber.
Basically that, but it also resets your cooldown. So yeah, Uber Saw for all you TF2 players out there. Uber Saw plus cooldown reset.
I have a question. On mine, I say what the role is. What role is your character going to be? Offense, defense, support, or tank?
Offense, DPS character.
All right.
His E is basically a smoke bomb. Explodes. It's a smoke bomb. It's got a 10. What was the thing? 10-second.
Knucklehead.
Like, stop giving me things.
Again,
it's a 10-second.
You know what my E is?
What? Smoke bomb?
Yeah.
Nice. Great minds think alike. But it's a smoke bomb with about 10-second cooldown that prevents vision for the other team. Your team sees like an outline of the enemy team. Like your team sees an outline of it. So like you'll see an outline of them, basically where they are. And so what it is it's and basically what it does is it does damage, like small amounts of damage over time to anyone who's in the field. And then this damage.
Does he turn into an egg when he's killed?
Dude. What? I get the reference, but come on, man. I get it. You like birds.
All right.
Right. So, and so the damage is multiplicative. And so it starts off as like 2 damage, but then another one will make it 4 damage, and then another one will make it 16 damage. Or maybe, and then like that's per second. And so the more of them you put in an area where they overlap, they will take more damage than the enemy team, and that's good for capture points. And then his ultimate is basically he overclocks the rifle, and basically he gets to shoot all of his fire methods at once. So like the shotgun blast, the grenade launcher, the SMGs, the pistols, the single bolt rifle. That's pretty badass. And then you just hold it down and it goes brrr, and it is just a crazy bullet hell with crazy DPS and just crazy damage. Now, I think this is okay designed for like a 15-year-old scrub who has never learned anything about like actual game design from like any kind of perspective at all, even a little, other than like, oh, I play video game. basically, and he has 150 health like the Tracer and no shield. So, and I feel like I've done a pretty good job with this because basically the main idea is he's a very versatile character. He can do a lot of things. He can pick off people, whatever. Basically, what you do is you get to a capture point. You use the little mini laser, like you shoot a grenade, hit someone with the laser goes through shields. It like does a nothing amount of damage, does like 10 damage maybe. It resets your cooldown on your E, which allows you to do that over and over again. It resets the cooldown on your laser, which allows you to do that over and over again. And it increases the rate at which you build up your Q, which is a crazy DPS storm. Now he's gonna have crazy DPS and great damage and all that stuff. The thing is, one, he has, the lowest amount of health out of anyone. Like, well, not the lowest, like, the lowest tier of health that people have in Overwatch, as well as having no actual escapes. He has zero mobility tools other than just straight up walking. And that's, I think, the main thing that sets him, that stops him from being too crazy. Just because he can, if you trap him...
I'm assuming he'd be squishy then. If...
Oh yeah, he's 150 health.
Oh, yeah.
He's squishy as heck. He's just like the Tracer. But he basically replaces... He's
a slow Tracer with
awesome more damage. Yeah, with crazy damage and good capture point taking ability. And, that's basically all I have. I think I think I'd have a lot of fun with that, mainly because I don't have to take any responsibility for my deaths. It's like, I have no mobilities, you guys should cover me better and blame my teammates because I'm an asshole.
He's like, I died, why didn't you smoke that hallway? Come on, what are you doing?
Well, I mean, I'm the one smoking the hallways. So it's more like, I died smoking a hallway, what were you doing? Why wasn't the entire team supporting me? Jeez, guys! Because I'm an asshole and I don't like doing bad in video games, so I blame it on other people.
Again, there's way too many characters in League. Like, is it even possible to have a game design that doesn't copy at least like 3 abilities from League?
From League or in Dota, probably, or like
the freaking Anivia damage over time.
How does Anivia? Oh, I mean, there's that, but it's like Anivia's thing is a little different. I think I designed it like the thing is it's multiplicative, so it like the main thing you want to do is just laser and like what it is it's just like it's a slow and like I didn't mention that, but it's like it's also a slow. So the whole thing is you land a laser on someone, boom, hit a choke point with an E smoke grenade, okay? The laser has reset both the cooldown. Like you hit a choke point with an E smoke grenade and just laser and smoke grenade over and over, basically making it so that if you enter the choke point area, you are basically going to take like 32 or something damage per second, and then make it unattainable to go into. Otherwise, you're going to straight up die, and then use that as an entrance.
I kind of have an idea for you.
Yeah.
So, what is it? Your shift or something? That's the laser?
Yeah.
Being that he has all the abilities on his gun and a lot of stuff, Twisted Fate works with like the stun card and like it gives...
Yeah.
And there's one that gives you mana.
Yeah.
What if you make the laser another ability on his gun
that
you use have it do everything that you do now, but put it on like your scroll wheel thing for the gun.
I did think about that, and the reason I didn't do that is because then there would be no punish for missing the laser.
Yeah, but like have it on a cooldown, like an ability.
Right, but that's why I made an ability. Like it's on a 15-second cooldown the way I have it, so that like you can cancel it and you don't get a cooldown. Like, you can have it where you charge it up, but then you don't do it, moving people out of the way and doing stuff like that, so that the enemy thinks you're going to shoot it, move around that, and use that to disrupt them. And from that, you don't get a cooldown. But if you try and shoot it and you miss it, someone dodges that, you then are severely punished with a 15-second cooldown, especially if you're in enemy, kind of area, and you can just get picked off with, anything really.
Yeah.
So that's it, But I like mine, but I've talked about that enough. Let's go with yours.
All right. So, like I say in a lot of Reddit posts recently, is like, I really wanted a fast melee character from the beginning of this game.
Yeah.
And basically, okay, my dude's a support character. I'll tell that straight up.
Ooh, okay.
He's a support character, and he's one part melee Marth, one part like CS:GO man.
Okay.
The basic movement is, Titanfall is. You were talking about this earlier.
Dude, I love Titanfall. Yeah.
Your dude doesn't have a lot of movement options, but because mine's melee only, I give him all the movement options.
Right. That totally makes sense.
When he jumps, he has one double jump, and whenever he touches the surface, it resets the double jump.
That sounds crazy cool.
And you can run up walls like Hanzo, or you can run parallel to walls.
All right, that sounds great. Yeah.
Like, so you can basically have full freedom, like running up or like to the side, wall running.
Yeah.
And you can wall jump like off of stuff onto other stuff, wall run, and then like basically chain parkour, and it's not on a cooldown like Black Ops 3 or anything.
Right.
I decided to change up his health system because you're sacrificing a lot of things picking him up. So I decided to give him 200 base health.
Okay.
But 200 regen health.
Wait.
So he regens health constantly.
So constantly regening. So it's like
after being, regen health works in Overwatch right now. It's like after being hit,
armor.
It takes a while, and then you
armor.
So basically, it's like armor health, and it brings you up to 200 after sitting like out of a fight for a while. Because like I don't want, if he is a support, you're giving up like Zenyatta and stuff for this. I want him to regen health.
So basically, you're giving him like one regular health and then 199 armor. Because I don't think you can have a character that's all armor, from what I understand.
I think no. Well, right now I'm saying that pretty much. How the blue health bar is armor.
Yeah.
Pretty much, he's all blue.
No,
health
yeah,
bar.
I was just saying,
I want him
don't
to be
think
all
you
of
can
it.
have.
I want him to be all armor though.
Right, but instead of it being all armor, it's like all but one health point because I'm not sure
you
can have. Or
you can make it, or you can make it a green health bar and be like, this dude's special.
Yeah,
like,
that too. Yeah.
Moving on to his auto attack, because of the movement and all that stuff, his left click is pretty much like a slash. It's like, wow. Yep. It's like a fast, like, it'll still do massive amounts of damage because it's melee.
Yep.
But it won't do as much as his right click, which is, a right click is more of a backstab kind of thing.
Okay.
Where right click is like a jab. Like, the animation is longer, and it's harder to hit, and like it takes a little longer, but it does more damage.
Right.
So like if you sneak up behind someone, use the right click. Like if you're face to face, just use your left click and like hack and slash away at him. That's pretty much it.
Right. Okay.
It's a sword. Like it's straight up.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this is what I'm saying. When you hit him, they get stunned.
Whoa. Okay. So like
stun.
straight up hit stun. Okay.
It's straight up hit stun.
All right.
You can't juggle people because that would be incredibly stupid if you could like melee juggle people.
So it's basically. So
basically, if you hit them with one attack,
yeah,
you should be able to pick up like a kill.
All right.
Because it's a melee attack and like it took a while, like it was hard to get in.
Right.
Like if there are other people around, of course, and you hit them and you stun them, you got to hit them a few more times to kill. And then they're going to shoot you.
Right.
But like, assume if it's a 1-on-1 and you hit him with one left click, he'll be stunned long enough to hit him with another one, and then
Okay,
stunned
yeah.
long enough to hit him with another one.
Yeah.
So it's hit stun.
Right, okay.
Okay. Can I save the shift for last?
Yeah.
No, wait, I'll do it now.
Dude, just
okay.
like whatever order you want.
Talking about Marth, shift is going to be a counter.
Yo.
Yo.
Wait. Okay. Okay, wait. Let's be real. Okay, no. You can go ahead.
Okay. I don't think it should be a shield because shields are boring, but like,
Yep.
You know his like hat thing?
His hat.
Well, I don't know the visual, but like either like lift up his face mask or something, or like he'll have some sort of like glow around him, like yellow or green or something.
Yep.
And when he gets hit in that time, so like if he runs into a defense and presses counter, and he gets hit with a bunch of stuff, he gains charge, and then when the counter's over, the next attack he'll do will do extra damage.
Okay.
So like the more he gets hit while he's in that counter like ability, the more damage his next auto attack will do.
Alright, I see you. Okay.
Which will make 1-on-1s for Ninja Guy completely awesome.
Right.
Because you'll be dipsy dodging, countering, hitting, like.
Alright, okay.
So I didn't want to give him a shield or anything, so I just made that as an alternative.
Yep, okay.
He is a smoke grenade.
Right.
I decided to make it so both teams can't see through it.
Okay.
But you can shoot through it and you can walk through it.
Right,
My smoke grenade won't do damage to the enemy team walking through it.
Right.
Because, like...
No, yeah, it's just straight up
because,
CSGO smoke grenade.
Straight up, a part of any, like, see it choke point or, like, stuff is having to throw a smoke grenade and playing it around the enemy team can walk through it.
Right, yeah.
So, like, you can still surprise people walking through. The Ninja Guy can surprise people by walking through it, too.
Right.
Like, his smoking and going through his own smoke.
Right.
So, his ult, original as the name is, it's called Fog of War.
Jesus Christ.
Gives invisibility to all nearby heroes and himself. I wrote this a long time ago. So it gives invisibility to everyone like in a little area around him.
All right, and then they take the Nexus, right?
Yeah, they take the Nexus.
All right,
so
okay.
Gives invisibility to them until they attack, use an ability, take damage, or like stay invisible for like longer.
I see you, Stealth Squad. I see you right now.
Yeah, it's Stealth Squad. It is like gank.
Oh yeah, that sounds interesting, especially
it's like it's Dota 2 like Fog of War, the item Fog of War. Not like League of Legends, how they just say Fog of War.
Dude. Alright, we're not going to get into this argument because, listen, everyone in the comments, tell him that League is better and Dota is for no good scrub tier scrubs.
Freaking not, man. I got to watch a 1 hour 40-minute Techies game that Peter put up. Great.
Alright, did you drink some bleach at the end of it? Or did you just pour it in your eyes? Like
No, I just played more Dota. So basically, the team has to group around him when he pops it.
Right. And the problem
that's one thing that's bad about it. And using an ability will break it. So like Tracer can't blink around and do stuff while invisible.
No, that makes a lot of sense.
Reaper can't go double invisible.
No, right.
I'm like, yeah.
No, that actually sounds really good.
And if they attack, I'm saying you should be able to attack, and if you miss and you don't do damage, stay invisible. But like if you do damage to anything or like any enemy, you break the invisibility for just yourself, not for the whole team.
No, right. That makes sense. That actually sounds
Symmetra, and because like it's a fog and Symmetra can literally bend beams of light. I wanted to make it kind of like a rivalry thing, so Symmetra will be the bane of all Fog of War ganks.
Why?
Because getting hit with Symmetra's turret will break the invisibility.
Well, yeah, as you said, getting hit.
And Torbjorn.
Right.
I don't know how useful Torbjorn will be used. But like maybe Torbjorn's turret will target them being invisibility. If it gets too ridiculous, I don't think it needs to be.
Yeah. One thing I think that would be maybe even cooler, like the counter idea sounds good, but what if instead of that, what it was is the counter instead of giving you like charge free for the more damage that's hit, if your counter works by you having like you
More invisibility or
no no
something.
no you get hit by it and the person that shot you teleport behind them. And so like so like
So
if
I know.
Widowmaker, if you knew where Widowmaker was and you and like you knew Widowmaker was going to shoot you, you activate the thing or
Well,
Widowmaker shoots you
I was thinking
and
it would be
then
more of a team fight thing,
no right
and that would really get rid of its team fight ability because like it's like, oh, I'm gonna go and get hit by Widowmaker. Like, what if you get hit by like
not
Reaper
true
hits you
because
first?
well okay, if you get hit by someone or something, like then you go from where you are to behind someone. And since everyone was shooting at you, that means
Is
nope.
like I wanted the gap closer to be like
No, right, and it's
his gap closer is still his movement and stuff.
no, right, but like
Just like how ridiculously good his movement abilities are.
no, yeah, but like I was saying that you would do that and you would teleport behind someone. So if multiple people shot at him and like or you don't know who shot him, basically everyone would have to turn around and
One thing
try
else,
and figure out
yeah.
behind like who did he teleport to basically, and because he wins 1v1s, who's gonna die or where do we focus so we can
Like
figure it out. I think that'd be
when
cool.
there was two ideas I was thinking for counter. So like of course the more damage you take when you're taking counter, the more powerful his charge will be.
Yep.
I was thinking either A, the charge will give you a movement speed buff
Right.
that will just like decrease as the time goes by.
Right.
But like getting hit with the counter will give you a nice little movement speed buff and make you go fast.
Right.
But he's already gonna be fast and like very hard to use, especially with the FOV.
Right.
So like I decided to make this counter. The next auto attack he does will completely fuck their shit up.
All right.
And
No.
maybe even do splash damage.
And that sounds good. So since I designed mine around a gun, which I thought was confirmed, I'm just gonna go over real quick what mine. All right, sorry about that, folks. Dewey's headphones just broke. Like
They straight up broke.
so. Sorry,
Earbuds
sorry if it's choppy or something. Sorry
I don't know.
about any of that. There's really nothing we can do. The professionalism really coming out this episode.
At least I finished off what I had to say about my moveset and like the counter and everything.
Yeah.
So
And so now, and just I'm gonna go into my spiel about my, if the ninja guy has a sword, what my move list would be. I really like Zero from Borderlands 2. He's great, mate. I would definitely rate 8 out of 8. And so he's basically Zero from Borderlands,
yay.
which is good because that's a good character. But it's basically that. It's basically he's melee skill tree. Yeah. So basically, I say for the 50,000th
So is his
time,
ultimate meat unicycle or nah?
that's Krieg. Never talk to me again. How dare you? How dare you?
Freaking meat unicycle. Yay.
Make unicycle now. Dude, Krieg.
Yeah.
He's got
Alright.
good dialogues.
Does your dude have a smoke grenade?
Nah, he's not MLG.
Alright, yeah. So one thing I wanted to say is the reason my guy was a support
Because smoke grenade.
because his ult and his smoke grenade, which are his big abilities, are pretty much support abilities. And the fact that he doesn't need heals from anyone else. And he stuns. But like
Right, yeah. So
counter can kind of be used as a support move, but That's more for like the fun of 1v1s and the fun of the fighting gameplay.
Yeah. So I'll start. I'll just start off. There's no alternate fire for him. It's just one click. It's you don't hold it down. It's just click click You can do it pretty fast, like boop 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 sword slash. He is each one does about 50 damage ish. Each basic attack does 50 damage ish, and then there are the abilities. So I really like cooldown resetting. Like I really like cooldown resetting. So,
just what are you gonna do? Give him mana?
dude, you know it. No,
just give him mana.
mana confirmed for Overwatch 2K15. No, it's I really like resetting cooldowns. It's my jam. So his E is a dash forward and slash, and it's got maybe a 5 to 7 second cooldown, about the same that how much cooldown does Clint Eastwood, what's his face, McCree have on his roll?
Eastwood.
It's around that much, I think. I think it has. No, I think Cyborg Clint Eastwood is what is it? It's like 3 seconds. So this would be about double that.
A thing we're saying is like we're going for like the ideas of the heroes. We don't know exact numbers yet because we're not trying to balance them.
No, yeah, I mean, I'm just
we're not. That's why we're not saying like very precise damage numbers or cooldown numbers.
No, yeah,
we're saying like ideas of what abilities will do.
Yeah, and it's just basically high cooldown, low cooldown, stuff like that, medium cooldown.
It's like this one does damage. Well, it does more damage than the other one. We don't know how much damage it will do yet.
Exactly. But and so that E is a dash forward and slash. It leaves you open if you miss, but if you hit, guess what it does? Resets your cooldowns, because I love resetting cooldowns. That's my favorite. Then your that's your E, and you have your shift, which is like a slide. And basically,
so you have a slide and a dash?
Yeah, dude, heavy mobility.
Oh my god.
Screw Tracer, Ninja Guy, New Mobility King, 2K15.
I was thinking, to be completely fair, I was thinking about making my dude be able to blink. And I was like, oh wait.
Well, yeah,
there's already blinks in
the game. No, it's kind of like that, where what it is he slides. It doesn't do damage to anyone. He can't be hit while doing it. And the thing is, it is cancelable with any auto attack or activation of the E. And so what that means is that the way the auto attacks work, like it's not just gonna like, oh, if you hit the button, stops the slide, you're all done. It's if you can hit someone. So like if you swing the sword on someone that can be hit on the slide, it cancels the animation of the slide and brings you right into slashing people.
That's pretty awesome.
And so, and then finally,
if you slide and you run into someone and you don't cancel the animation to slash, do you like knock them down or something, or do you
no.
Run?
There's literally no damage involved or anything, but you can use E out of it, so it's all cool. And then your ultimate, your Q, is basically whenever you hit someone or like hit them with an auto attack or E, that applies a mark on them. And then if you hit them again, like if you hit them a second time with a E or auto attack, the mark explodes, dealing extra damage to them and extra damage to the people around them. And even when you explode, so like if you did E to apply a mark, and you did an auto attack to blow up the mark, another mark is reapplied, so that you could just hit E, mash, and you get AoE procs of the ult, and it has a timer on it, like the time of like the ability to apply marks on people has a timer on it, and every time you detonate a mark, it gives some more time back. So basically, you could just E, just like, oh, well, actually, I have a mouse right here. So, like, you could just go E. I don't know if you can hear that. And then just marks over and over and over again.
Remember when you broke your mouse?
Yeah.
Yeah, don't do that.
This is not my mouse. This is a garbage thing I found.
Oh, okay.
This is probably older than I am.
I was like, well, you kind of broke it a little bit ago.
No, it's all fixed now. It's all good.
Yeah, you just applied some super glue. Now it's all nice and.
Yeah. You already know. But so basically, you hit the E button. If you have your alt up, you just go until they're dead, and you can keep Eing and sliding. And we've said that Tracer.
You're just coming up with tech for him.
Yeah, no. We've said that like Tracer has the potential to kill a whole team. Literally, his thing is if you're good enough, you will be able to whip around and basically just apply marks and obliterate a team. Just go in, hit some
pub stomping, completely obliterating them with melee attacks.
No, right, and it's
badass like pentakill, but Katarina shit.
No, yeah, but the thing I thought about with him is that one, if you hit E and then just go over and over again, the problem is that you will be left wide open because this guy has maybe even less than 150 health, like maybe 100 health or something, like maybe 150, but none of it regens. So he has very low health. And so if you do that, you will be left wide in the open for everyone on the team to like look at you and annihilate you. So what you have to do is you have
to be good with this character to do well with him.
No,
yeah,
you
have to be like incredibly good with him.
No, right. Yeah. And so you would have to go in and you like have to alternate. So like you'd have to like alternate like Eing and auto attacking and or Eing and, you know, primary firing, or like sword slashing, whatever, and shifting and like doing all this stuff and jumping around the enemy team and forcing them and forcing their attention away from you and like doing stuff like either force them to pay attention to you, giving your team coming in through a choke point time to start establishing ground, or if they pay attention to the team, just get wiped out by crazy damage. And especially because the AoE on the mark works, like, the way the AoE on the mark works is that, like, again...
Is it, like, so...
And the AoE...
What I'm assuming is, you know how Zenyatta's Orb of Discord works?
Yeah.
Is there, like... Or, like, think about, like, it's Mercy's magic fairy zipline. Like, do you press... like shift or E.
Alright, so here's how this all works, okay?
So you know sometimes there's like shift or E or like Q pop up on opponent and you just hit the button and you hit him with something?
No, this is like basically all skill shots.
Or do you have to like
if you play
skill
like,
shot or do you have to actually aim your mark thing?
Your mark is applied when you do an auto attack. Or like your primary fire when you hit someone with an E dash forward, or when the AoE from a mark hits someone.
So you can multiply if you get them in a big enough cluster?
Right, so if you got them in a big cluster, what would happen is you would hit one of them with a mark, then you would hit that person, you would hit all of them with a mark, and then you would hit that person again, and then and then that would trigger a mark, that would blow up, that would then blow up, that would trigger everyone else with a mark. And
my God.
You just...
Yours is honestly not that different from mine because I just have stuns.
No, right, but like...
Instead of barks for everything I hit them with.
No, right, but yours is more of a...
support,
like, you know...
And yours is very much an offensive DPS.
Oh, it's absolutely offensive DPS. And basically...
So, like, rather than stuns, you just set him up for doing even more damage.
Right, and I think the one thing that offsets his damage is he has no vertical mobility. Like, literally none. There's absolutely nothing in his toolkit.
Really?
Well, I mean,
Okay, sure.
technically his E could go up, but then you're literally left in the. If you don't hit someone with it, you're left in the air and you still fall. So like if you do that and you go for a fair or something, you still like you hit them, you fall, and then you have to use the other stuff in your like you have to like E to the ground or something because the sliding doesn't work in the air. Like sliding won't work in the air.
I made my slide work in the air.
Oh well,
but that's me.
No, but I thought that would be like too. I thought that would be too much.
So Fox and Falco's gap closer.
Yeah, it's like that.
So I made it so like, say there's like a ledge or something, and like you want to get there and you like don't have a double jump. For mine, I just made it so a slide in the air, like equals that, like Fox and Falco's side B.
Right, mine's a little different. Like,
but it doesn't do anything.
No, again, people. It's really you have like I think the thing is he's going to be a very high if this actually happens. Assuming this is an actual character, the skill cap is going to be very high because you have to be able to just basically bounce off the enemy team like a pinball, constantly applying.
That's pretty badass.
That is
very awesome.
Yeah, well played. I think it could look really cool as you just like as the rest of your team just sits back like pulls out the popcorn and watches as one person goes in and just vit constantly.
Torbjorn makes him some nice scrap popcorn.
No, yeah, Torbjorn pours some like butter from his freaking arm holster or whatever the heck that is. Or whatever the heck that noise is, that moist noise.
I know. Yeah.
But yeah, that's mainly my idea. And
so if we're talking about tech, can I explain some tech? I was gonna save this till the end because like it's very advanced, but like here's some advanced strategies you can do with mine.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just pulling up my moveset again. You look at my document because you kind of need to know.
Right.
So as far as running, one very important thing is the sound.
Right.
When you use his ultimate, well, think about McCree. It's like, it's high noon. Everyone on the other team and everyone on the map knows.
Right.
One thing that makes the invisibility like less completely overpowered is it'll make some sort of like verbal cue.
Right, like maybe like or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, and like maybe the smoke bomb even has a cue. Or the counter will probably be visual because we're assuming that he's gonna have some like green glow or something.
Right.
Or like some obvious shield.
Right, okay, wait, just wondering actually. So your guy has just 200 health, right?
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure. And how does the double jump work? Does the double jump work?
The double jump resets when you touch the floor walls.
What is it like? Is it like a Titanfall double jump? Is it like
It's like faster than a Titanfall double jump.
And okay.
Except I'd make the second jump high. So his initial jump off the ground, picture the second jump being higher than the initial jump.
Okay.
Like a short hop and a full hop.
Alright, yep. Makes sense. Just wondering.
Except like full hopping equates to
okay. So you didn't mention the crouching while running gives you a slide.
Crouching while running gives you a slide as a gap closer, and well, I wrote this a long time ago. Say there's like a ledge or something or a wall you want to hit, and like you ran out double jumps. Crouching while in midair facing a direction will equate to like a slide in air.
Ooh.
And then from there you can do two things when you hit the wall. You can either A, not press any buttons and you'll bounce off the wall.
Yeah.
Or B, if you hit the crouch button again when you hit the wall, you wall tech, and then you're able to wall run off of it.
That sounds like some scary stuff where you just have a guy you just have a guy Spider-Manning around up top.
Yeah.
And like
he can pretty much essentially either bounce off a wall or tech off the wall.
Right. And yeah, that seems
so. Yeah, chaining all of his movement creates like a very good gap closing and maybe even flanking. Flanking is not gonna be the best, but like I don't know. assuming that like if you use his counter and then League of Legends, like think about like Garen's ult, because Garen's the last time I played a character. If you hit R, picture it like making a noise, and then if you cancel it, you won't actually counter, but it'll still make the counter noise.
All right, so kind of like what I had in the first like gun thing, where the shift has the laser. Oh, whoops. The shift has the laser, but you can cancel the laser.
Yeah, like so all of his his animations, like I don't think his E will be that important. Like the E doesn't even need to make a noise.
Right. Yeah.
Even though like CS:GO traditionally makes a bouncing noise every time it hits something, but
yeah, like maybe there could be a smoke like.
But like picture like Fog of War canceling and one part of the map, like everyone hopping in like a Symmetra teleport to the other side of the map, and then using Fog of War over there.
Yeah, that sounds. Oh my god, gross.
This is straight up nasty.
Or wait, no. This gets. Oh wait, no, never mind. Shoot, because it cancels when you use an ability. Darn it. Because I thought I had a small thought for a second where you have Tracer like blink 3 times like across a choke point.
Well, if Tracer recalls and she hasn't used an ability, she gets invisibility back.
Oh, I wasn't even thinking of it like that. That's smart. No. I was thinking of it like she blinks 3 times, gets the invisibility, then recalls to where she was, like across the choke point, and then is invisible on the other side. But then I just realized, no abilities.
Yeah.
Why can't you make things more broken?
Yeah, I don't think I have a good description of like how his movement will work.
It works like Titanfall
as far as like
steroids.
As far as double jump won't really send him as much forward as much as up, because the crouch like dash won't send him up at all.
It'll just send him
horizontal.
Yeah, so you just do that. You basically
the highest he'll get will be running up walls, and then if he wants to get on top of a ledge on like the other side, he'll like double jump and then like dash, or like dash and then double jump or something like that.
So basically, you've taken this nice shooter,
he's like melee Marth with like Zero Suit Samus move. No,
what you've done is we've taken this nice first-person shooter and turned it into a platformer.
Platforming would be pretty awesome with him.
It would. All right.
I also made a second moveset for this dude. He's a kid now. He's a squid now.
Okay, no. We're done. Okay, no. That's the end. That's the end of the podcast. Okay, that's it. We're done. Okay, but actually,
is he a kid or is he a squid?
Okay, you need to end. All right. Okay, actually though, this is the end because we don't want to make another 2-hour extravaganza, even though we're doing our best right now.
Yeah, technical difficulties.
No, like just, I mean, if you look at the times, it's getting closer and closer to 2 hours as we speak, so I'm going to try and end this up. One thing, kind of, if you listen this far, if you got this far through our ramblings and and basicallys and other stall buzzwords, thank you. And also, we find this really fun, and we like it, and we hope that you like it. And so we were possibly thinking of branching out in the future and doing another series by the time like Overwatch comes out, by the time the beta comes out, called Overwatch Simulator 2K15. And in the Overwatch Simulator, basically what we would do is we would take other games that that have been compared to Overwatch and see how they compare, to Overwatch, and see.
So basically, like,
if playing these games,
all the people on like Reddit threads and stuff, everyone's like, "Oh, what game should I play to prepare for Overwatch?" Or like, "What games are like Overwatch?" Basically, like, we're gonna ask this now. If you want us to play a game, post it in the comments. We will maybe get to it, unless it's like $60 in like Battlefield Hardline or something.
Yeah.
Basically, we're gonna play games that have been compared to Overwatch, and Overwatch has been compared to, and like people are saying like, and also games that people are saying like, oh, play this game if you want to prepare for Overwatch.
Right. And so
what we have, so
yeah,
basically,
you go ahead.
Initially, we're definitely gonna play TF2. Like, we have to play TF2 if we're gonna do this kind of series.
TF2 Overwatch. Those games, they can't be alike. What?
Yeah. Okay. So post what you think is a very much a good game to play if you're hyped for Overwatch and if you want to play something like Overwatch.
Right. So
and also likewise, if you want to prepare for Overwatch, play these games or post a game if you know something good.
Right. So what we have right now is TF2, as the man already said, and then we have Counter-Strike Global Offensive, aka CS:GO.
Counter-Strike will be interesting because, like, I've played Counter-Strike, but you actually haven't played Counter-Strike.
I'm a scrub. I don't play.
So
anything.
I kind of want to do a little bit where I'm like, hey,
why you suck so much a dick? Learn how to spray control, you fuck.
Yeah, and League of Legends.
League of Legends.
Because we both play League, it's a given, and MOBAs.
MOBAs, abilities. And not necessarily. Well, Q and E are both abilities in League.
And guys, if you suggest to play Dota 2, we might just have to.
Guys, don't make me do it. Guys, please, no. Okay, guys.
Yeah,
okay,
no. In the comments, what kind
viewers,
of Dota 2
all of
do you want us to play?
I love you.
Do you want us to play Dota 2 Reborn? Dota 2?
If you made it this far, I love you, and you're beautiful, and nothing can ever change that. But if you say in the comments, play Dota 2, you should totally play Dota 2, do it, fuck League or whatever. KYS. Alright. And then lastly, Dirty Bomb.
Dirty Bomb has been very popular, and people talking about this subject.
Right. With the classes and the shoots.
Classes and the shoots and the bang bang free to play. It's easy.
Oh, dang, son.
No, it's easy to get, man. No.
That too.
It's also Hipfire Simulator 2K18.
All right. Whoa. Oof. That's in the future, man.
Hipfire Simulator 2K15. We just play the games that you can't aim down sights.
Oh my god. All right. Well, that's another story for another day.
Post Splatoon if you want to see Splatoon.
Do you even understand what Nintendo Content ID is? Whatever. Okay. Again, another story for another day. This has been the Calvary Cast, episode 2. Thank you for watching, and the cavalry's here.
Cheers, love.